Hi, welcome along. It's a damp Saturday afternoon. We're on a hog ride heading north, or the general direction of north. We've pulled off the motorway to start the ride proper, and typically when we pull off for the first time, we'll have a regroup so that we can make sure that all of the riders in the group, any stragglers who might have got separated on the motorway, can join up and we all travel together, at least for the beginning section of the ride. Now, let's just see there the tail end Charlie has just gone past, so that tells us that everybody's now joined up to the group. They'll all be slotted in behind us and waiting for a break in the traffic, which we now have, and we're away again, starting the ride proper. Now we're going to have some fun riding through northern parts, heading down towards Waitoki and Wainui. We're going to be heading up to Kaukopakapa, but on the way there's going to be a few corners, and that's what I'm here to talk about today, how we operate with corner marking on hog rides. Now, some time ago I did do a piece about corner marking, and it's probably time to have another look, have a revisit of that one. It's quite a simple method. It's kind of, I guess, first engineered by Hansel and Gretel, with spreading breadcrumbs around behind them so they'd always find the way home, except in this case the road captain, who has mapped out the ride, spreads breadcrumbs behind him to make sure that people can find him, the breadcrumbs being the corner markers. Now, the job of the corner marker is to indicate which way to turn at an intersection up ahead where there might be a choice, left, right or straight ahead. That way we make sure that everybody knows which way they're going, even if there's been some separation amongst the group. So one of the key jobs of the road captain, as well as getting us all safely to wherever it is that we're going, is to indicate in advance where the rider directly behind him should stop as the road marker, to indicate to the rest of the riders behind, are we turning left or right at a certain intersection. You'll see that coming up here. There is a left-hand turn up ahead, so the road captain's going to indicate to the side of the road. His indicator's already on, so I know which way we're going. My indicator's on as well, pointed to this part of the road. I've now pulled over to wait, and I'll wait for the rest of the crew to come past. In this type ride there was 8 or 9 bikes, I think, so didn't have to wait too terribly long, although as you can see there is some wait between some of the riders. So if we didn't have corner markers, you'd be very easily, you'd lose some riders along the way because they wouldn't know which way to turn. Job of the corner marker is to sit right here, wait until the second to last rider is gone, because the very last one will be the tail end Charlie, who pulls up directly behind you to say, that's it, we're all here, carry on. And so this is just a little bit more of the ride. We've got some more examples of corner marking coming up. We're very lucky in Auckland because we don't even have to leave the city. We're still within the Auckland city region, and we've got all kinds of riding around us, rural, suburban, many of it with open roads, not always with a lot of traffic, so yeah, it can be very enjoyable. Anyway, here we are, we're coming up through a suburban part, another corner, road captain is indicated, and the rider immediately behind, pull over just behind me there to indicate we're going up this particular road here, which is leading through towards Titirangi, I think. Beautiful little piece of road. Haven't been up here before, but it's kind of bush clad, lovely. Again, with hog riding, I can't even recall that I've been on this road before, but it's always a pleasure to come to places that you haven't seen before. No other vehicles around here, so we can just enjoy ourselves. Try not to do anything too silly because the roads are still pretty damp. There's a bit of moss around on the roads as well. It's not presently raining, but still pays to be have a bit of caution because you never can tell. And the last thing you want to do in a group ride is slip out on your bike. Wouldn't be a good way to end the day. Here we are again with another corner coming up. The riders has pulled in there to do the corner marking. Road captain's coming ahead, and and the rest of the riders, myself and the rest of the crew, follow on past. The corner marker we just left behind there will stay there till a tail-end Charlie comes up behind him, and then rejoin the crew, with the tail-end Charlie always being the rearmost rider. I'm just going to include one last corner marking moment that's coming up ahead when we get into some more heavy traffic as we travel through a part of West Auckland called Kumeu, which there's a lot of new subdivisions out there, and consequently there's a whole lot of traffic jams all the time because they didn't quite catch up with the infrastructure. As you can see, this is a Saturday afternoon. There's no particular reason that all these cars need to be jammed up here, but they just are because the roads can't cope with all the traffic. Anyway, we're turning right. At this point, the road captain hasn't pointed out that I should be stopping and marking the corner, but it seemed there was some separation there, so I just stayed put to point the direction of the rest of the riders stream on past in various states. And then the tail-end Charlie comes up behind me and I rejoin the crew. So that's how we roll in the HOG Auckland chapter. So that's all for this week. Ride safe, take care, see you out there.